You allege too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Here's the thing, we've all done something that we regret, we've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start...
The drama surrounding LisaRaye McCoy and Nicole Murphy isn't just another celebrity spat that flared up for a few weeks and faded into social media history. It's the kind of saga that lingers, that resurfaces every few years with new layers, new accusations, and old wounds that never quite healed. At its core, this story isn't simply about two glamorous women in Hollywood trading jabs. It's about friendship, trust, power, image, and what happens when private betrayal collides with public reputation. Long before the interviews and viral clips, there was what appeared to be genuine sisterhood.
Doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology?
I had checked the manifest of my plane, because we owned a plane. And so when you
LisaRaye welcomed Nicole into her life in a way that went beyond industry networking. Nicole wasn't just someone she saw at events, she was present at intimate milestones. She attended her bachelorette party. She visited her home. They shared laughs, celebrations, and the kind of access that suggests comfort.
Parties, I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me.
Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history.
To the outside world, it looked like a bond built on mutual respect. Two beautiful, successful women navigating fame together. But sometimes the earliest warning signs come from unexpected places. LisaRaye has spoken about a moment years ago when her mother quietly pointed Nicole out at an event and told her, "You need to watch that one." At the time, LisaRaye dismissed it. It felt like an old-school instinct clashing with modern independence. She trusted her own judgment. She trusted her friend. And in that moment, there was no reason not to. Then came Michael Misick. At the height of her marriage, LisaRaye wasn't just a wife. She was the First Lady of Turks and Caicos. The title carried prestige, visibility, and scrutiny. Their lifestyle included private planes, international travel, and elite social circles. It was a world built on status and perception. But behind the polished exterior, cracks were forming. The discovery didn't happen through gossip blogs or whispered rumors. It happened through something far more tangible, a flight manifest.
You don't do that amongst friends,
right?
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up and...
She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing. She said, yeah.
LisaRaye checked the passenger list for a private plane connected to her household and saw Nicole Murphy's name. Not as her guest. Not as someone who had mentioned a visit. Just there, quietly listed. That detail alone planted a seed of doubt. Why hadn't Nicole called her? Why accept an invitation from her husband without her knowledge? In circles where courtesy is currency, that omission felt intentional. When confronted, Nicole allegedly denied being there. LisaRaye says she made calls, asked questions, tried to piece together what she was seeing. The responses grew distant. Calls went unanswered. And eventually, LisaRaye claimed she uncovered more evidence. Footage of Nicole dropping Michael Misick off at a private airport, driving through gates, moving in a way that suggested familiarity. For LisaRaye, that wasn't speculation.
Check that list. It says all the people that have rolled on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with
it. It was confirmation. Betrayal is painful on its own. But betrayal from a friend carries a different weight. It makes you question your instincts, your judgment, your entire understanding of loyalty. LisaRaye has said plainly that it wasn't just about infidelity. It was about trust. About someone she celebrated birthdays with allegedly crossing a line that should have been sacred. Nicole Murphy has consistently denied breaking up LisaRaye's marriage. She has pointed to statements from Michael Misick refuting certain allegations and has argued that narratives spiraled beyond the facts. In Hollywood, once a story catches fire, it rarely waits for proof. The court of public opinion moves faster than any official statement ever could. And in this case, it chose sides almost immediately. But the story didn't end with the collapse of LisaRaye's marriage.
If that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said you gotta watch that one.
The person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
If anything, that was only the beginning of a rivalry that would stretch across years. When Nicole later became engaged to former NFL star Michael Strahan, she seemed poised for a fresh chapter. The engagement symbolized stability, redemption, and a return to fairy tale optics. Then, according to LisaRaye, she contacted Strahan directly and shared what she knew. Soon after, that engagement unraveled. Whether the information was the deciding factor or simply one of many issues remains debated, but the timing fueled speculation that this was no longer about healing, it was about consequences. Then came the Antoine Fuqua incident. Photos surfaced of Nicole kissing the married director while on vacation, and the internet erupted. Antoine was married to actress Lela Rochon at the time, another woman in overlapping social circles. For many observers, the incident reinforced the narrative LisaRaye had already been pushing, that Nicole had a pattern. Social media turned ruthless. Words like homewrecker and diabolical flooded comment sections. Even LisaRaye's sister, Debrat, publicly weighed in, amplifying the tension. Nicole defended herself, but perception had already hardened. In a culture where female loyalty is scrutinized more harshly than male behavior, she became the face of every rumor. Some argued that the marriages in question had deeper issues long before Nicole's involvement. Others insisted that friendship alone should have been reason enough to step back.
First Lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
What?
The debate wasn't just about facts anymore. It was about morality. And then there was Pastor Noel Jones. Around 2011, whispers began circulating that he and LisaRaye were romantically involved. She publicly described him as a spiritual guide, a close friend. He allowed the ambiguity to play out on his reality show, Pastors of LA, where the idea of their potential romance was teased as storyline. Insiders later suggested the connection was more serious than acknowledged. And once again, rumors surfaced that Nicole inserted herself into the equation. None of those claims were fully confirmed, but the mere suggestion kept the rivalry alive. If true, it would suggest retaliation, a deliberate attempt to hit LisaRaye where it hurt most. If false, it still revealed how deeply distrust had settled between them. Every new relationship became a potential battlefield. Every public appearance carried undertones of unfinished business. What makes this saga so compelling isn't just the glamour or the headlines. It's the emotional undercurrent. LisaRaye has spoken with visible frustration about loyalty, about inviting someone into your home, sharing milestones, and then
You would call and say, hey girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him?
feeling blindsided. Nicole has expressed exhaustion at being painted as the villain in narratives she insists are distorted. Both women, in their own ways, have defended their dignity. And perhaps that's the real thread tying everything together. Dignity. In Hollywood, image is currency. To be labeled disloyal or manipulative can stain a brand for years. To be seen as naive or publicly humiliated can feel equally damaging. Each woman fought to protect her version of truth, even if it meant dragging the other into the spotlight. Years have passed, but reconciliation feels unlikely. LisaRaye has hinted that while she doesn't crave open hostility, friendship is off the table. Nicole appears equally unmoved by overtures of peace that still carry public accusations. They move in the same circles, attend the same events, exist in the same industry, but the warmth that once existed has been replaced by
Me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that
distance. Strip away the fame, and this story becomes painfully relatable. It's about the friend you trusted who crossed a line. It's about the moment you realized loyalty wasn't mutual. It's about the temptation to retaliate when you feel wronged. But fame magnifies everything. Instead of private tears and quiet arguments, there are interviews, podcasts, and viral commentary dissecting every detail. So the question lingers, Was this a simple case of messy relationships colliding in a small social circle? Or was it a calculated back and forth fueled by pride and revenge? Did either woman truly win, or did both lose something irreplaceable along the way? When you look past the glamour and the gossip, what remains is a cautionary tale about trust in spaces where status and access intertwine. Because in Hollywood, friendships can look solid on camera while quietly unraveling behind the scenes. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe LisaRaye was justified in exposing what she saw as betrayal, or did she escalate something that should have stayed private? Do you think Nicole was unfairly villainized, or do repeated rumors tell a bigger story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you appreciate deep dives that go beyond surface headlines and unpack the human emotions behind celebrity drama, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. There's always another layer to uncover, and we're just getting started.